Hello guys and gals, I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. Today we're going to be cooking up a brisket. What I'm going to be doing with this brisket is I'm going to be separating the flat from the point, and I will be cooking the flat on my Gateway drum smoker. I'm going to do this hot and fast, and then the point, I'm going to actually do that on my pit barrel smoker. Two different smokers. Really excited to try this. I'm going to be using Heath Ryle's rubs. The beef rub, the everyday rub, and the pecan rub on this brisket. I've tried them before on a couple of steaks, and I really like the flavor of it. I will be putting a little bit more rub on this brisket because it is a bigger piece of meat, and it can take it. It'll take a little bit more rub than say a normal steak would. So pretty excited about this. This is a USDA choice brisket. Got this on sale actually the week of the 4th of July. And it's been sitting in my freezer. Took it out a couple days ago, so it's been thawing out in my fridge. This is a 19 and a half pound certified Angus beef. So it's a good cut. We've already cooked one of these last weekend, and we were really impressed with the marbling that this had. It being only a USDA choice, which, you know, it's a decent cut of meat, but there's definitely better, like your prime or your Wagyu. So again, this is a really big brisket. I am going to be separating it, trimming all the fat off of it, and I will be cooking this hot and fast. I'm going to trim this thing up, and right before I start injecting and rubbing the brisket, I'll start recording again so you guys can see that process. But I do want to get into this brisket pretty good, remove all the heavy fat, because I am going to do it in 4 hours. A lot of the fat will not render like it will on a longer cook, like a 14 to 16 hour cook. So I'm going to remove a lot of the heavy fat and again cook it hot and fast. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. So I've got my flat and my point already trimmed up. Again, I trimmed these up really good because, again, I'm going to cook them hot and fast, and the fat's not going to have a whole lot of time to render out, if you will. So I've got some beef broth here. I actually put some of the everyday rub into the broth, just to spice up the inside of the meat. Again, this is not a competition cut brisket or anything like that. I'm just going to try it for the first time, separating the flat and the point and cooking them. Again, the flat's going to be on my Gateway drum, and the point is going to be on my pit barrel smoker. So, so what I've got here, guys, is the injection. I've already seasoned the bottom of this brisket, and the reason I did that is because I do not want to turn this over, because, again, I'm going to inject some of the injection on the top. If you flip it over, the injection might come out. So just pick a little square inch at a time, and put enough of the injection in there. You'll see it kind of plump up a little bit. Okay, then go over to the next spot, just like that. Okay, what you can do also is kind of move the needle around a little bit, kind of create a pocket, if you will. Oops, there we go. Okay. Okay. Just like so. Get a little bit more of the injection here. Alright, guys, so I'm going to inject the flat and the point, and what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and put the rub on there. So I don't obviously want to bore you guys to death. I'm just simply injecting this. I'm going to do the same thing to the point, and I'm going to go ahead and rub these briskets down, and I will catch up with you guys then, so stay tuned. Alright, guys, having a little camera trouble there, but I went ahead and injected the brisket, and I'm going to go ahead and apply the everyday rub first. I've already started on this side, and I'm going to put enough of the rub. Again, this is a big piece of meat, so it'll take it. Okay, so give the Don't forget about your edges. Just like so. Okay. So after the everyday rub, we're going to go ahead and apply the pecan rub. And again, we're going to give it a good coating of this as well. And again, don't forget your edges. Okay, and then the last rub we're going to use is the Heath Riles beef rub. Okay, and again, to give it a good coating of this as well. And guys, even though they do call these rubs, I don't like to rub the spices into the meat. I'm more of a patter, if you will. I like to pat the rubs down into the meat. Because if you do decide to rub the meat, you're gonna get a lot of clumps of rub, and that's never good to bite into, that's for sure. Okay, just like that, guys, and again, just pat it down. So I'm going to do the same thing to the point here as well, and I'm going to let them sweat or let them rest in the fridge probably for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's around 10:30. I probably won't put these in the smokers till around 12:30. So that gives them 2 hours to rest and marinate and let the rubs work into the meat. So I'll catch up with you guys as I'm putting them into the smoker. So stay tuned. Alright guys, just put the meat in the smokers here. Again, the point is in the pit barrel. The internal temperature, believe it or not, let me see if I can show you my Tappy key here. The pit barrel is 463 degrees. So it's running a little hot. I do have the vent about 3/4 of the way, so I'm going to shut that down to about halfway because I want to be around 450. So I'll close that down just a little bit. I'll show you the point here real quick. There is the point, and again, both sides have a little bit of fat. There is more fat on the bottom of that, and so I want it cooking around 450, 425 to 450. I'm going to be good with. As far as what I got in the charcoal basket, I got it filled halfway with charcoal. Then I got half of it is charwood. Then I put 6 lumps of mesquite, just regular lump wood. I did the same thing with my pit barrel. I'm sorry, my gateway smoker, and that's running at about 400 degrees. So it's kind of where I want it to be. Again, I have the flat here. Let me show you guys that real quick. And again, they've only been in for about 15 minutes. So I will be rotating the grate every 30 minutes or so, and I will flip both pieces of meat about every hour. So my plan is to have this done maybe 4.5, 5 hours, depending on what the temperature is and how it probes. So I will watch these smokers closely, obviously, and I will let you guys know. We'll pick back up in about an hour or so. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So we're about an hour into the cook now, and we're gonna go ahead and rotate and flip the flat first. Go ahead and remove at least one of the rods on the pit barrel. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz this nozzle. There you go. Okay. Just gonna grab this thing and simply flip it right over like that. Put it back in the middle, and we're going to rotate our spinner. Great. Okay. Put our rod back in here, just like that. And we're going to spritz. This is the fat side. Hope you guys can see that with all the smoke. And we're using just plain old apple juice today. Just spritz it, keep it nice and moist. Go ahead and cover that up. Whew. And then let's take a look at our flat here. That's looking really good. In fact, we don't even, well, I'm going to go ahead and spritz. It's kind of moist already. But the flat is looking really, really good. So again, I'm just going to simply flip this, just like so, and then rotate it, just like that. Okay. Go ahead and spritz this as well. Again, we're using just plain old apple juice. That is looking really, really good. We're sitting right at 400 degrees on both cookers right now. So we're going to give this about, again, another hour or so. Come flip and spritz again, so we'll take over at that point, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're back. We're 2 hours into the cook. I'm going to go ahead and flip them again. So here is my this is my point meat, and I'm actually going to try a little trick that I learned. See how it's puddling right there? I'm just going to grab a piece of mesquite wood. I actually saw this from Harry Sue did this on one of the videos that he posted with a bunch of YouTubers. So I don't want it to puddle, so I'm just going to put a piece of wood there so I can get it to stay, just like that. And I'm going to put the point right on top of that, and just so that it doesn't puddle. So now it's kind of bowed out like that, so it's looking really good, guys. I'm going to go ahead and spritz that. Again, I'm using apple juice, and it's looking really good. 2 hours into it. The temperature is still right at 425, believe it or not. Oops. Almost forgot to put the rod back in. Okay. Put our lid back on. The gateway drum, again, this is where I have my flat. It's running at about 425 degrees, so this one's running nice and hot as well. And it's looking good. You can see there. Okay. This is the, again, the flat part of the brisket, and it's looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and spritz that up. It's tightened up really nice and neat too, so I'm going to give it about another hour. I'm not worried about internal temperatures right now, but one more hour and I will start to watch my temperatures so I can wrap here. So it's looking good, guys. Stay tuned. Alright folks, so we're back outside. It's been a total of about 3 hours now. The point is right here, looking really good still. I went ahead and probed the temperatures. I'm sitting at 180. I think I'm gonna wrap now. There's my flat there. It's taking on some really nice bark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and wrap both the flat and the point, and cook them for another about 45 minutes. We'll check the temperature at that point. So stay tuned. All right, guys. So it's been a total cook time has been 4 hours. The flat was temping out at 205, so I went ahead and pulled it, and I'm gonna let that rest for about an hour before I even cut into it. These are the this is the point, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take it out and I'm going to cube it. Ooh, this sucker's hot. Let me grab a napkin here. Or a paper towel, I should say. And I'm going to go ahead and cube it up. It's like really, really tender, guys. You can see there it's sitting some juices. All right. So this is the, again, this is my point, and I'm gonna make burned ends. So I got this little basket, guys. If you guys don't have one of these, it's just a mesh basket. Works really well for this stuff, or vegetables, anything that you wanna grill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these, because I'm gonna put them back in the smoker. And I'm just gonna cut them, not too small, because these will shrink down some more, guys, because I'm putting them again back in the smoker. And these burned ends they'll shrink down. You guys will see how much they will shrink down. So I'm just gonna take these cubes like this, okay? And I'm gonna put them in this basket, just spread them around evenly, okay? Just like so. Okay, so I'm going to finish cutting these up, guys. I'm going to put them back inside the pit barrel. Again, remember that the point was being cooked on my pit barrel. The flat was cooked on my gateway drum. So I'm going to keep cutting these up like this, and I'm going to put them in that basket, probably for about another hour, guys. And once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and put them in some sauce in an aluminum foil pan, and leave them back inside the smoker probably for 30 minutes. And we'll pick up at that point, so stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, got my burned ends. They put them back in the smoker for about an hour. So total cook time for these has been, what has it been? 5 hours now, actually. They're looking really, really good. Still not done with them. These are hot. There we go. So what I'm going to do to these guys is, excuse me, I'm going to put a little bit more of this rub from Heath Riles, the beef rub. Just sprinkle some on the top there. Okay. Then I've got some glaze that I make. It's a homemade sauce that I make. Just going to drizzle this on top. Make sure every single one of these pork or burned ends get some of that sauce, and then just toss them around. Okay, just coat the entire burned end. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a nice glaze and a crust around the entire burnt end. Get them really nice and tender. Still a little bit of fat on these, and they will render down a little bit more. Oh yeah, just like that. So I'm going to put these back inside my pit barrel smoker or cooker, just like so. Probably for another 30 to 45 minutes. So we'll come back after that, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we're back. So the burned ends still probably have another 30 minutes or so. So I want to go ahead and slice this this flat that we cooked up. And it's been resting for about an hour, hour and a half. And look at that bad boy. Okay. Total cook time on this, it cooked really, really fast, guys. Again, that was the whole purpose of this, was right at 4 hours. So it cooked really quick. Again, this was cooked on my gateway smoker, and the burnt ends and the point was being cooked on the pit barrel smoker. So I'm gonna cut right into this, guys, and just take off the first 3 slices here. Okay. And a little crispy on the bottom, that's okay. And again, I flipped this one time in the smoker, and the rest of the cook was with the fat side down. So here are the slices, guys. Again, hot and fast. Little dry, not as juicy as I'd like to see it, but it does have some moisture in. Pull test, really nice. Okay, a little bit of a smoke ring in there. I'm gonna try this. That's good. That's good brisket. Again, 4 hours, guys, on the Gateway drum. So this thing cooked really, really fast. Not as juicy as I'd liked for it to be, but still juicy. Again, got a good little smoke ring there. Okay, not bad, considering it was in 4 hours, done in 4 hours. So I know the hang test, I mean, it hangs pretty nice and it pulls really, really nice. So guys, thanks for watching this this video. Hope you guys liked it. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and until next time, guys, we'll see you.